Bryan here with Dave Taylor. We are going to be showing you an amazing game of The Captive. We are specifically going to show you a battle between
Salt Flat Nomads, 500 points of.
And 500 points of a very specific Shadow Caste individual, the Huntress, and all of her spiderling friends. You might note that looking at the spiderlings on the board that I have too many of them, but I don't! The Huntress lets you bring more, and so I've brought nothing but spiders and one of her handmaidens to hopefully eat some Salt Nomad face.
I'm a little bit worried. There's lots of toxic counters going to be thrown around, I'm sure. Panic, immobilize, all those sort of crazy good things if you're spiders, terrible things if you're Salt Flat Nomads.
All right, so our goal is we're going to try and get the captive and score some points. So let's go ahead and get started. We got our guys set up and going into round one.
Okay, we are already. My Oath Pourer gives me a vengeance token in the preparation phase.
Okay.
Start building my pool of vengeance tokens.
Here we go, and we begin with a 7
and 16.
Let's see where at least that tribal warrior goes.
This tribal warrior. Oh yeah. There are lots of spiders on the other side of the. Right, so I'm going to advance up here.
All right. I'm going to go wide with these 3 spiders because you have crossbows, and those are sometimes frightening. So we're going to go. I'm going to go ahead and squad link with 2 of them, leaving the 3rd one to make his decisions after.
Okay. I am going to squad link here, my Oath Pourer and my Tribal Warrior.
Okay.
They will advance Tribal Warrior to here, my Oath Pourer in this direction. Okay.
All right, we'll have this 3rd spiderling going to come up and sort of lurk behind this objective. For I am lurking.
And head up towards the captive with my Tribal Warrior here. So he's going to move. We've got 3 actions and move 3, so 9 inches forward.
All right. Let's see, just see how far away you are from me to see if I can do this. No, you are way too far. Okay. Then we will move up with the keeper. Get her. I'm not going to go my full 9. I'm going to kind of tuck in a little bit by this tree.
Okay.
Prepare for the Salt Nomad onslaught.
Hopefully I can bring it to you. Dush. I'm going to move him up 6. So 2 of his actions.
Okay.
3. And he's going to go on hold. So,
all right.
Being
clever. At this point, I think everybody's out of danger for this turn, so I'm going to have these 3 greater spiderlings go ahead and just move on up. That's too far. All right. So they will go there. Ow, that's a tree stabbing me. All right. So, yeah, just going to kind of get ready to do some leaping on the enemy next turn.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay. Move here, my Tribal Warrior will move. It's going to advance forward.
Okay, the Huntress, well, she is really cool, but I kind of need her to stay near the Keeper so the Keeper can take advantage of her Cabal ability. So we are going to... She has 4 actions and a move of 4.
Really?
So
Wow.
she is a fast little spider lady, or huge spider lady.
Huge spider
so
lady, yeah, that's
we
amazing.
will go... We're going to come up here for 3 actions.
Yep.
And then my last action, I'm actually going to spit venom at that tribal warrior.
Oh, wow.
Let me make sure that I have range. I had more movement if I needed it, but we've got range. So I'm going to spit some venom.
Okay.
My assault is 6. It is a blast 2 attack, so I'm shooting a big gobbet of goo.
Okay.
All right, you got that?
Yep.
All right. What is the defense on a tribal warrior?
Is 4.
It's 4. All right, so I'm looking at a 10.
Yep.
Not on 14, but since this is a blast and not a proximity, it actually can scatter.
Okay.
So let's roll closer to the thing so it's easier to tell the direction. It's only going to go 2 inches that way, which means I'm still going to catch you.
Yep.
All right, so that is a power blast. That is a power 2 hit, but it is blind and toxic. So you are covered in awful things if you live through this.
Let's see if I can survive. So power 2, my armor is 14, so 12 or less. I survive.
You survive, but you have some problems for your next activation.
I do. I don't like that. Okay.
All right, now I am done, so...
My final activation over here will be Kane. Where to put Kane? I'm going to bring Kane up to near my blinded tribal warrior.
All right,
Oops,
so...
That's it. Okay.
Yep, that's everybody. So going into turn 2, I am... Most of your guys do not have multiple hit points. I'm actually going to sacrifice my secondary objective of Killing Blow so I can draw a new one.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to hang on to my objectives at the moment.
Excellent. All right, well, an initiative it is. Let's...
Okay, preparation phase. I have an extra vengeance token from my
Oath Pourer.
And I'm going to see if she is within... okay, yep. So I have line of sight to that spiderling, the greater spiderling there on the end.
Okay.
He is marked for death.
Oh!
Which gives anybody that is attacking him +1 AS, +1 power.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
Initiative.
I have a 5.
A 7.
All right, so I'm doing good. I've got to get in there and do some damage. All right, let me see this tape measure. I'm actually going to start with my Huntress. I'm going to get things going, but not do what you think I'm going to do. Heh heh heh.
Oh dear.
All right, so the first thing, I'm actually going to spit another gob of goo, my venom spit at Kane.
Okay.
But I'm going to take 2 actions, and I'm going to aim this.
Okay.
So I'm going to center it on him.
Center it on him. Okay.
My assault goes up to an 8.
Okay, my defense is 6.
Defense is 6.
It's a large walking hunk of metal.
Right, so we're looking at a 14 to hit with the glob. As a 6.
So it's on target.
Or 8, sorry, I can't count.
Yep.
All right, so that is on target. Does it hit the other guy as well?
It does.
It does. All right, so I have to roll to hit him as well, but the aim does not count on this. That will not hit him.
That will miss.
Right, so it misses the secondary target. It is a power 2 on Kane, but more importantly for me, it's the toxic and blind.
Blind, yeah.
To keep him from clobbering me.
Okay,
It's funny that he's a one-eyed guy that I am blinding.
Yeah, well, it's easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you're...
Not trying all that hard.
Not all that hard, yep. So I'm a 20, -2, 18 or less. Oh, a 20. He does have tough as nails, so he ignores the critical...
Correct, so he's only going to take 1 wound, but that was good. All right, so that was my first 2 actions since that was an aimed shot.
Yep.
Meaning my third action, I'm going to cast my ensnaring webs. Since I know that's at range 8,
okay.
I'm going to target Kane and the tribal warrior next to him.
Okay.
Ensnaring webs doesn't do any damage, but it does put an immobilized token on you, so it's going to slow you down.
Okay.
So Kane, you said, is a defense of 6?
That's correct.
So I need a 12 for this to hit him. There's a 4, so he takes an immobilized counter. This is what the spiders do: cripple you until you just give up. And then the tribal warrior is defense 4. So I need a 10 for the second web. There's a 3, so he gets 1 too.
Okay, there's
no damage to it. They're single shots. They're
okay, 2 single shots.
Yep,
right.
2 single shots.
Cool.
All right, so now for my very last action, she will then actually back up just a little bit, come hang out by her keeper, and whisper some spidery gossip in her ear.
Okay, that's really quite nasty. Good work.
It's very tempting to run forward with a big 175-point model and just start going at it.
Yep.
But you've got Dersh back there, you've got tribal warriors, Kane is a monster. I figured the best thing for me to do right now is to try and bring you down a peg before I can actually start getting at you with my little guys.
Yep, good idea. Okay. I am going to activate my tribal warrior.
Okay.
Okay. So my tribal warrior. So blind.
Blind is -4 assault
-4
for this
assault.
activation. Toxic, one counter is -2 assault.
Okay. And immobilize.
-1 move.
-1 move. So I'm down to 3 action points. Well, at 3 action points, down to a movement of 2. I am going to move 2 action points.
Okay.
To the captive. And
spend third to
third.
Throw over your shoulder and say, "You're coming with me."
Yep.
Let's keep you away from this spidery death.
I'm going to grab the captive there. So,
which means you now take a power 1 hit because the captive is struggling against you.
Yep.
Which happens at the end of any activation that the captive is controlled.
Okay, so power 1 hit against my armor of 14, so 13 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
You're fine. It's a struggle, but what can you do?
Apart from being blind, poisoned,
which all 3 of those tokens now go away because your activation is done.
There we go.
Just in time for me to hopefully add it again later. Tape measure, please.
There we go.
All right, I think I'm going to come over here, get a direction. There'll be one guy you can get a charge. You guys can't really help. All right, am I close enough to squad link? I am. All right, so the spiderlings are in squad link.
Yep.
These 2 are actually just going to kind of come over here and hang out.
Okay.
Next to an objective. This one is going to move, and then bolting charge that.
Oh.
The first spider has jumped into battle.
Okay.
So a lesser spiderling has a base assault of 4.
Okay.
Goes up to 5/6 because of a vaulting charge.
My defense is 4 on the tribal warrior.
All right, so I need a 10 to sink my little spider fangs into you. Not on an 11. All right, so unfortunately that is a miss, but my spider is there hanging out with you.
Okay. This, I'm going to squad link with these tribal warriors.
Okay.
This first one, seems how those lesser spiderlings have already acted. I'll be, okay, I'm going to move 3, my first action point is to move 3 forward.
Okay.
Okay, to bring me within 6 of that greater spiderling that's marked for death.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire my hand crossbow.
Okay.
At you. So try and throw a little bit of toxic back your way. Assault of 5 against your defense of...
defense of 6 on a greater spiderling.
So 11 or less. And 11.
All right. Damage is...
power is 4.
And I know it is a toxic.
Yep.
Power is 4, my armor is 12. And
oh, sorry. I completely forgot. So marked for death, so this will be power 5.
Okay, so I need a 7.
Yep.
There's a 4. So the bolt doesn't strike home, but I do still take the toxic token.
Yep. And my third action point, because my rate of fire is 2, I'm going to shoot again.
Okay.
So I will need a 12 because you're marked for death. I got that wrong before. I rolled a 1.
Oh, well, then that is just going to be unfortunately, a dead spiderling for me.
Okay.
And now that mark for death is gone. I don't have to worry about it, but
yep.
I would have rather had the spiderling live.
And my second tribal warrior will attack the lesser spiderling in front of him. Okay. So I have an assault with 5 against your defense of 6. Is that
6,
right?
Yep.
11. A 12. So miss with my first attack.
All right.
My second action, I'll attack again. 9, so that hits. Power of 4.
So there's that toxic. So
oh no, sorry, this is attacking here.
Oh, this is wrong guy. Wrong guy.
You don't need to
Sorry.
worry about toxic. Yep.
All right, so my armor is actually a 10. And you said the power of 4?
Power 4.
So I need a 6. Not on a 19. Sad.
Okay. And my final action is going to be moving this way. Actually, just remembered. So when your spider died there, you scavenge.
Oh, yeah, scavenge tokens.
Here, scavenge token. Okay, so I will move over the scavenge token so I can take it with me to this point here. And that is my activation.
Okay. I think my keeper is going to go ahead and go. I need to do some damage. I'm losing spiders. All right, so this keeper is going to move forward. Let's see, my range on that is an 8. So here, get around the tree here. So I'm going to go forward. Stop. And then I think if I have done this correctly, yes, I'm going to target that tribal warrior with Call to Darkness. It's a proximity strike. That's a 2-inch blast. Where if I hit, I will then, I don't do any damage, but I will draw him and anyone else, any enemy models hit into contact with me.
Okay.
Where hopefully they will then be feasted upon by spiders of various kinds.
Loads of big spiders.
So my assault is 6. Your defense is 4.
Defense on him is 4, yeah, that's correct.
But I do have the Cabal trait, which is I'm within 8 inches of the Huntress, and I'm trying to impress her, so I get to re-roll 1 attack roll per turn.
Okay.
And if I screw this up, I will probably Cabal and hopefully make this stick. I will definitely use that Cabal and make this stick.
Yep.
All right. So that misses. So we're going to scatter. So that was my action 2. Action 3, I've got no one in range for anything like that. So she is actually going to pull back a little bit, make you get a little closer to use those crossbows and stuff.
Okay. My next activation will be my Oath Pourer. He's going to move ahead here and get herself in contact with that objective marker under the ancient tree.
All right.
That would be her.
All right, I have got 2 greater spiderlings left. I'm going to activate... I'm going to go ahead and squad link them, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to have this one go first.
Okay.
I don't want to get totally out-activated. So what we're going to do is, because I have Strider and Vault, this tree basically means nothing to me. I'm going to move up and then vaulting charge that one right there.
Yep.
So I'm going to come around here so I don't actually have to do that. So we're going to get him there.
Okay.
So Greater Spiderling has Assault of 6, 7, 8 for the vaulting charge.
Okay, defense of 4.
All right, so I'm looking at a 12 to sink my teeth into you.
Yep.
There's a hit, so you will take a Toxic token and a Power 6 hit.
Okay, Power 6. My armor is normally 14. The Scavenge token gives me armor 15. So Power 6 takes me to a 9 or less. A 9. I survived that first hit.
All right.
So
then I'll bite you again.
Okay.
That'll hit, so it gives you another Toxic, but it does not... this tree is jabbing me. But it does not give you any extra damage, so it's just Power 4.
Okay, Power 4 is, so against my armor of 15, I need an 11 or less. A 9, so I've survived, but I have 2 toxic counters on me.
Yeah, so you are not swinging back that hard.
Yep, but I've already activated this turn, so he's safe there. Other things to activate. I'm going to... Okay, I'll activate here with my Tribal Warrior.
There you go.
Who will... He's going to move up here. I'm actually going to take a shot at the keeper with my crossbow.
All right. So she is a defensive 2.
2. Okay, defensive 2. This may have been a bad move. So an assault of 5 against defensive 2, 7 or less. A 3. A hit. So,
all right. Well, so
lucky.
so toxic token. Oh no, the keeper, because she hangs out with all these spiders, she is actually immune to the toxic roll.
Oh, okay.
So she doesn't have to worry about that.
Definitely a bad move.
But you said it's power 4.
It's power 4.
So it's a 10 or less to avoid damage. There's a critical success. All right, so even if you had multiple dice there, I'd be okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's his activation.
All right, my final spider. I need to tip the thing here.
Yep.
All right, so I kind of would like to run out and start killing stuff, but you've got some big scary guys over there, and I kind of want the Huntress to have to deal with that. So he is actually, I'm going to think of the greater mission involved, and I'm going to just come over here and get closer to his buddy and touch this objective.
Okay.
And that is my last activation.
Radio. So I have 2 models left to activate. One of them is Kane. So he's immobilized, so he's reduced to movement 2. So with 3 actions, he can only go 6 inches any direction. So I'm actually going to swing him out here a little bit wider and bring him into contact with this objective marker.
Okay.
So at the end of his activation,
all of the toxic and the blind and all that stuff, he shakes off all the things from my various effects,
except for the wound. He's still wounded there. He'll drag that, and Darren Dersh will move up 2 action points, so move up 6 inches, and go on hold.
Okay. All right, so the end of round 2, you will score 2 points for having the captive.
Yep.
I will score 1 point for my convergence. So I have 3 friendly models in contact with the same objective marker.
Yep. And I have advance, so have all remaining friendly models in no man's land.
All right, so we're looking at, currently it is a 3-1 game.
Yeah.
We also have to draw another secondary objective.
Okay, so preparation phase, I get another vengeance token from my Oath Pourer.
All right.
Building the pool there.
So going into initiative.
Yep.
Looking at a big 3 for initiative.
Yeah. 15. You got it again.
All right.
Okay, what are you going to do? That's a tape measure.
Thank you. I am going to... I kind of liked open up with the Huntress and getting all those tokens on you early on before you have a chance to activate. So I think I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
So Huntress is going to start things off. She is going to walk forward her 4.
Okay.
Get within, there we go. And then she's going to do a funny little thing called Spike Shower. Spike Shower is a special trait that a lot of the spidery guys have. Once per activation, this model may spend 1 AP to give all enemies within 2 inches a blind counter.
Oh.
So looks like 2's Tribal Warriors and Benderin. This is particularly good against, I'm out of blind tokens, if you would.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Sorry, that was the one there.
This is particularly good against Benderin because he's got parry, which means now when I start swinging at him, he's going to be parrying at -4 assault.
Oh,
so
okay.
that makes his parry way less effective.
That's not nice.
It is not nice. I do my best. All right, so that was action 2.
Yep.
Action 3 will be to charge, and I am going to go ahead and get both of you 2 cats. I'm sorry, I'm jumping on the captive.
There we go. So you're grabbing Dersh and the tribal warrior that was holding the captive?
Yep. And then I'm going to start tearing into you with Toxic Claws. All right, so my first swings, because they're important with the charge, they're going to both be on Benderin.
Okay.
We've got a Assault 8, 9 for the charge. What is Benderin's defense?
His defense is 2.
All right, so I'm looking at 11s, but I got 2 of them to try it. I have 2 of them. All right, so it's only going to be 1 hit, but based off of the hit itself, is going to be toxic. There you go.
Okay.
Power is, you still do your parry.
Okay.
You are blind and toxic, so it's a -6 to your assault.
So I need to roll 2 or less to parry.
Yeah.
13 does not.
So the power on the charging Huntress is a 7.
7. Okay, against my armor of 16. Here we go. 6, 7, 9 or less.
All right, so he takes a wound.
Take a wound.
All right, I only have one action left.
Hang on a second.
Oh, you're going to do stuff?
Yep. When this model is attacked, after that attack is resolved, you may discard one vengeance counter. If you do this, the model may immediately perform one melee attack. This is my Blade Lord.
Awesome.
Ability. So I get my one attack at you, which will be my Soul Cleaver.
All right. My defense is a 6. I'm a pretty big target.
Okay, so my assault is normally an 8. I'm down by 6, so 2. So against
Plus
your
6, you need an 8.
An 8, plus 1 for ganging up.
Yep, you have a friend there.
I have a friend there who is also blind. It's going to be a comedy of errors here. So 9 to hit you. An 18 misses.
All right.
Okay.
So then my last action, seeing that Dersh is already on the back foot, I'm only going to put one attack on him and then one on the guy that's holding the captive.
Okay.
So here's the one that's on the captive. My assault is an 8. Your defense is a 4, so I need a 12. There's a 10. Power is just 6. Oh, and a toxic token. And a toxic token.
And a toxic
We pass those around like candy.
I don't like the sound of this. Okay, so I will try and step back out of the way. I need to roll an 8 or less. A 20. Critical armor failure.
He is very dead.
Very dead there. So I drop the captive. Remove these tokens. Save them for the next time somebody else gets hit.
And then we're going to try and poke Bender in.
Okay, when you do that, I get I get a vengeance token. And I put down a scavenge card.
Correct. All right, so my assault is 8, your defense is 2, so I need a 10 to hit him. Not terribly easy to hit. Not on a 19, that is going to be a swing and a miss. And my Toxic Claws, as they're part of me, do not have a malfunction number.
Okay.
All right, so I am done there.
Okay.
Huntress has done her job.
Done her part. Yeah, that doesn't look good there. I've got a bunch of spiders over here, and a few of my models that need to do something. But what I will do here, actually, is I need to get this captive moving away. I'm going to squad link with my tribal warrior and Dersh.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my tribal warrior first.
Excellent.
You can pass me the tape measure.
You need this.
Yep. So my tribal warrior will move up for 1 AP.
Okay.
Will spend an AP to grab the captive.
Come here, you.
Actually, I'm going to move around to this side.
Okay.
Just so I'm further away.
Makes perfect sense.
All right. Grab the captive for my second AP, and then my third AP, I will move.
Drag her kicking and screaming towards your deployment zone.
Actually, after moving over the scavenge counter.
Oh, okay. Pick up a scavenge token.
Yep. And I will move. So that will move me 3.
Excellent.
Is that right?
Yes.
No, sorry. No mistake.
Okay.
There we go.
And then you will
Just
take
has
your
her-
blind token with you.
with me.
And then it goes away.
Yep.
At the end of the
At
activation.
the end of activation, and I take a power 1 hit from the captive.
Struggle, 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 struggle.
Okay, needing 13 or less. 13.
Which
Close.
it is good to note that you needed. Now, was your armor higher because of the scavenge token?
Actually, yes. Sorry.
So you actually
I
needed a 14. But still, that was it's good to note that those scavenge tokens are making your guys cooler.
Yep. So that's my activation with the
All right.
Tribe Warrior. My activation with Dersh.
All right. So he is going to be for the duration of this this activation.
Yep.
He will be blind and 1 point of toxic, so he's going to be -6 to all of his assaults.
Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to go with Soul Cleaver, the Soul Cleaver option again, which is basically gives me critical strike 3.
Okay.
So I need 8s to hit you.
Correct.
First attack. 8 or less. Nope.
Nope.
Second attack.
I'm assuming no malfunction.
No malfunction.
The amazing sword of amazingness.
Yes.
Okay.
The man called the Blade Lord.
Yeah.
He does not malfunction with his sword. He can miss, but because he's blind and poisoned. So second attack, 8 or less. 20.
So not a mal,
failure.
but a crit failure. So that's going to be his second and third action. Does he have a fourth?
He does have a fourth.
Okay.
Let me see if I can roll the opposite end. A 5 hits.
So that'll hit. Luckily, not a crit.
Yep.
What is your damage? Your power?
Power of 8.
Power of 8. My armor is 18, so I need a 10 or less to avoid being wounded. On a 3, we're okay.
Okay.
Any other effects? Is it just the critical strike?
Just the critical strike.
All right.
Okay, so I remove...
So everything but your wound
Blind
goes
and toxic.
away. Now you can see clearly the horrors that stand in front of him.
Yes.
All right, I'm actually going to do something that I have not yet done with the Shadow Caste. I am going to squad link, but the Spiderlings have the squad link keyword of Spiderling.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually go ahead and group all 4 of these together at once.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be one massive pack of spiders running all at once at you.
Bring it.
Yeah, bring it.
Bring it.
All right, so we're going to start. We're going to base the squad link off of this middle one, so that way I can get everybody involved.
Yep.
He is going to charge right here.
Yep.
That's my first thing. Not a vaulting charge, to be noted. That's actually just a straight up walk up and bite. My assault is 6, 7 for the charge. Your defense is 4, so I need 11 to bite you. That is a 12. Second action, I need a 10 to bite you.
Okay.
Third action. All right then. So that spider is obviously far too tired. He's like, I didn't jump into combat. Why didn't this work? All right. So the one that's actually in combat, before I end up screwing this up completely, his first action, he's going to spike shower.
Okay.
The little ones don't do it, but the greater spiderlings do.
Okay.
So that's going to be blind tokens on everybody within 2 inches. I don't think I get the Oath Pourer. I think that she's just outside of 2.
Out. Yep.
Yeah. So it's just going to be those 2 tribals.
Okay, and they're so they're blind.
All
And
right.
is that an action?
It is an action. So his
Okay,
first action is to shoot spines everywhere.
Great.
And now his second action will be to bite the tribal warrior that he's standing next to.
Okay.
I am a assault of 6. Your defense is 4, so I need a 10. Oh, well, there's a 1. That's actually a critical success. So I have bit his face right off.
Okay. Well, my scavenge counter won't help me there.
All right.
However, I leave the scavenge
For someone else to
behind,
pick up.
and he drops one, being himself being a.
All right.
And I get a vengeance token.
Get a vengeance token. All right, then my... how many hit points does the Oath Pourer have?
It has 2.
She has 2, okay. Then this makes my other decision pretty easy. Then my last action will be a vaulting charge here. Jump. Help out my buddy. So I am a 6, 7 for the charge, 8 for vault, 9 for a friend. Plus
Okay.
your 4, I need a 13. Well, that's a big, huge, giganto miss. All right, so he has completely whiffed.
Okay.
And as the spiderling fangs are part of you, they do not malfunction.
Okay.
But these other 2 guys can come in and clean up. I am out of reach or out of range for the first one, so it's going to have to be a move and then a vaulting charge.
Okay.
All right. So this is what the spiders are supposed to do: just pile up on top of you and put as many bites onto you as they can until you fall down.
I can see that now.
So assault 4, 5 for the charge, 6 for vault, 7, 8 for a friend, or for 2 friends.
Yep. Defensive 4.
So looking at a 12 for the Fang Strike of Doom. Well, all right. In this case, a 1 will do it.
Okay.
So Fang Strike of Doom does just fine.
There's not much I can do about that. So, again, I drop a scavenge in there and gain a vengeance.
And then my third action will be to just sort of climb through there. And then this last one, we're going to Strider my way through. I think I'm going to, I don't think I can get all the way through there. Well, I can go through here. Okay. Because as long as I get to here, and then we will vault charge through this little hole.
Yep.
Okay. It's all about sound effects.
Mostly.
All right. Rawr. All right. I know I can't kill you, but I can at least bite you.
Yep.
Assault 4, 5, 6 because of a vaulting charge. Defense on an Oath Pourer is...
Defense is 6.
Defense is, 6, all right.
She's laying down with all the water that she's
All
carrying.
right, well then we're looking at a
Try to
12. That'll hit, so you get a toxic token, but the power on the bite is only a 4 altogether.
Okay. So her armor is 12.
All right.
Sadly, those large, heavy bottles of water don't provide protection. So an 8.
So she takes a wound.
Take a wound. Yep.
And all of the spiderlings are spent, but they've done their job.
Yep. Okay. my final... No, sorry, I have 2 activations left. My Oath Pourer and Kane. I'm going to activate with Kane. So can you pass me the tape measure? Thankfully, he's not immobilized or blinded or any of those fun things right now.
Not at this time, no. Okay. Unfortunately not.
So he will, he's going to move up. His first 2 actions, 6 inches, will get him to within 2 inches, so he will use his arc attack.
Okay.
The Kestrel there.
That's right. Get closer to the Huntress so she can spike shower you. That's what I'm looking for. More spikes. More. I sense the weather forecast, and it says spike showers.
Oh dear. Okay. Swinging. I'm charging, and I have a ganging up bonus, so my assault is 10. Your defense is 8. Is that right?
My defense is a 6.
Oh, 6. Sorry, 16. So 16 or less, I have critical strike 2.
Okay.
So 1 or a 2 will be critical. A 7.
So the straight hit. What is the damage on this beast?
It's power 6, so it's 8.
All right. My armor is an 18, so I need a 10. Nope, I'm going to take a wound. Extreme damage or anything?
No.
Okay.
No. How to get critical strikes? It has decapitation.
Oh, so if you get the crit, it does 2.
It does 2 with an extra wound. Yeah.
So she has taken 1 of her 5 wounds.
Okay. There we go. That's Kane. Oh, sorry, that was his second action point.
Mm-hmm.
His third. Well, I will swing again. This time I need 15s.
Yes. That'll hit.
14 will hit.
All right. Looking at a 10. Oh, no, looking at a 11. Nope, I take another wound. Kane's giving me the business. This is what I was afraid of. He's a monster killer, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay, so that was it. He only has 3 action points.
Okay.
He's done.
All right, leaving my keeper to be the final go. She's got to go over and give her boss some help. So I think we're just going to go move, and then charge in to Kane.
Okay.
Come here, you. And now, normally I would think about using my barbed chain, but the big thing about the chain is that it does the victimize, so I can trigger off the sadistic, except Kane doesn't care. He has never panicked. Yep. So I'm going to use the hooks on the ends of the chain. So it's going to do 2 swings. Assault is 8, 9 for the charge. I do not get any bonus for extra people because you are using reach.
Yep.
So the defense on Kane
is 6.
All right, so I'm going to need 15s. That is 2 hits of 10. Now, for me, that's extra cool because it's 2 hits with a toxic weapon, so it's going to be 2 toxic tokens immediately.
Okay.
Eek. And then damage-wise, it is going to be 2 power 7 hits.
2 power 7 hits against his armor of 20. So 13s or less. 1 saves, 1 does not.
All right.
Takes a wound there.
And that is my last action for her as she cackles maniacally and says, "Hey, look, Ma, look what I did."
Okay. Okay, so my final activation for the turn is the Oath Pourer in under the tree. Just going to... First AP is to hit the Spiderling.
All right. Defensive 6.
Okay, I have an assault of 6, so that would be 12, but I have a toxic counter on me.
All right, so you need a 10 to hit me with your big lead pipe.
Okay, swinging a 2.
All right.
Yes.
Your
power is 4.
4. My armor is 10. I'm kind of squishy, so I need a 6. Not on a 13, so he is a squished bug.
Okay, there we go. And the bug is squished. Pop another scavenge token down, and I added a vengeance token to my pile. I should start spending some of those soon. So that was my first action. My second action, pass me the tape measure.
Sorry.
Will be to move forward 3 inches, which will let me gather those 3 scavenge tokens.
Oh, she's being crafty.
Yep. She has reach on her staff.
Okay.
So she will swing at the greater spiderling in the middle.
All right. My defense is 6. You still are currently toxified.
Okay, so my let's do it this way. My assault is 6. I am charging, makes it 7. I have 1, 2, 3 scavenge tokens.
Okay.
Takes me up to 10.
Okay.
Minus 2 for the
Toxic.
So 8 plus your 6.
Yes.
14. Here we go. 14 or less. 14.
14 even. All right.
Hit. So power of 4, 5 for the charge, plus 3 for the scavenge, makes 8. Power of 8.
My armor 12, so I need a 4.
Yep.
There is a 4.
Oh! Ooh, okay, nice work. And my second attack my third action point. Third and final action will be against the that same spiderling.
Okay.
I'm going to spend. So now I need. What do I need?
You just basically one off from there. So you needed what 14s before?
14, so 13s
so
now.
13. Yeah.
I will spend 1 vengeance token to take that to add 2 to my assault value. So I need 15 or less. A 12.
12.
So I hit. The power was at 8, so it becomes power 7.
All right. So I'm looking at a. Oh. All right.
I'm going to spend 2 vengeance tokens.
Okay.
To increase my power by 2.
Oh wow! All right, so power 9 versus my armor 12. I need a 3. Not on a 5.
Okay.
Which I would have saved before. So good job on the vengeance tokens.
Yeah.
Splat.
Okay. Scavenge done.
All right. All right. So that's the end of turn 3. I will have scored counterattack when those spiderlings killed the tribal warriors. I do not, unfortunately. I did not, unfortunately, score my other one, which means I'll end up drawing a new one there. Did you score either of your secondaries?
I didn't score either of my secondaries,
but you do score 2 points for having the captive at the end of the turn.
So I'm at 5. There, and the toxic counter here goes away. The wound remains.
The wound stays behind. All right,
okay.
Let's go into turn 4.
Turn 4. Yep.
No, turn 4.
Turn 4.
Big 9.
A 6.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I forgot to mention in the preparation phase, I should have mentioned, so a vengeance token.
Oh, and she gets to mark somebody.
Yeah, I will mark. There's line of sight out here. It's a 12-inch range, so I have line of sight to the Huntress. The Huntress will be the model marked for death.
Ooh.
So, we'll see if that has an impact. Ooh, decisions. Do I attack with one of my big guys? Do I run away with my captive? I will activate Kane.
Okay.
Because Kane has 2 toxic tokens on him at the moment, and he has 2 wounds.
So he's going to be -2 assault and power.
Yep, but his arc attack will help him attack both models. So starting with the keeper.
All right. She is a defensive 2.
He has an assault of 8, so that would be 10, -2 for the toxic.
Okay.
So 8 or less. A 3.
3, all right.
His power is 6, -2 for the second toxic counter, so...
all right, so
4.
her armor is 14, so I need a 10 to avoid being wounded. There's an 8. We're
okay. And his second hit in that arc will hit the Huntress.
Which will take advantage of the marked for death.
Yep. So a lot of fun math to do here. So assault 8, -2 for the toxic 6, +1 for marked for death 7.
+6 for my defense.
13 or less.
On a 9.
9 hits.
All right.
Power 5.
Power 5.
No, power 5 -2 because it's the second model in the arc. Power 3.
Power 3. Plus my armor is 18, so looking at a 15. On a 3. We're good.
Okay. Same again.
Okay.
So, yep,
okay.
8 or less against the keeper. A 4.
Wow. All right. And you said damage on this was...
It's going to be 4.
So I need a 10. We're good. I can
Okay.
keep on shrugging it off.
And against the Huntress, it would be 6, 7, and her 13. A 3.
All right. Here we go. We're good.
Okay.
Just keep on.
His final action point. See, I'm hitting here, so I don't need to be re-rolling. I probably should be upping the power with my vengeance tokens. Needing an 8 against the thing. I'm going to use a vengeance token to take that to a 10.
Okay.
Against the keeper. A 12, so I miss.
All right.
And against the Huntress.
Yep.
Need a 13. A 4.
All right.
Okay, I will use 2
to crank that power up.
Power up. So that will take it up to 5.
All right. So I still need a 13. And not on a 14. I'm going to take a wound.
Okay, it was good that I used those vengeance tokens.
Vengeance tokens come in handy. All right. Well,
one wound from all of that brutality.
All right. Well, she's going to go ahead and go because if I don't go, Benderin's just going to start carving me up. So you've seen it once. You've seen it twice. We'll spike shower first.
No.
So both blind on Kane and Benderin.
Pass over a blind token.
I don't have any more.
Oh, nope.
You have them all.
They're hiding. Oh, okay. I know where we are. There we go.
All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. And then I'm just going to start scratching Benderin's eyes out. My assault is an 8. What is the defense on Benderin? Is a 2?
2.
So I need 10s. It's not easy to hit him. But there's 1, so it's going to be a toxic token. Oh, well, you get a chance to parry.
Yep.
So toxic token on the hit.
Yep.
So
I'm at -6, so...
And then my... Oh, yeah, so you
2?
Looking at a 2 to dodge it, or to parry it? Nope. Power on it's only 6, though.
Okay, so...
only 6.
Only 6 against my armor of 16. So 10 or less. 14, I take another wound.
Take a wound.
Yep.
Action 3. There will be more clawing of Benderin.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, yes?
When you missed.
Oh, yeah. Your Blade Lord, you can spend vengeance stuff to swing at me.
Yep, I will spend a vengeance counter to take a swing. I will need 8, 9 to hit you with my Soul Cleaver. Critical strike 3, a 4.
It will
so I hit.
Damage on it.
Power of 8 plus 1 for the Mark for Death, 9.
All right. Armor of 18, so you need 9 to avoid the damage. Not on a 19. All right, so Huntress is in a bad way. She's got only 1 hit point left.
Okay, I can only do the Blade Lord attack once per turn. So.
Okay. All right, well then that was my 3rd. Now no.
Yep, that was your 3rd. Now you're 4.
Yes. All right, here we go. That's 2 hits. That's 2 more toxic tokens and 2 more parries.
Oh dear. Okay, so that takes my the 3rd toxic token
is after you take every action, you take a power 2 hit.
Okay, so my assault...
every attack action, I should say.
My parries are still 2s. Nope, neither parried.
2 power 6 hits.
Okay, needing 10s to save.
This could be it for Benderin.
1 save, 1 fail. And yes, that kills him.
Yay, the Huntress has done her job.
She's taking out Benderin Dirge.
Okay. And she is very spent.
Scavenge and a vengeance.
All right, so the Huntress is done, leaving you with an Oath Pourer and a Tribal Warrior. Unfortunately, it's the Tribal Warrior with the Captive.
That's not really unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for me.
Yep. Okay, I'm just going to move it to the side there so I've got an option. Actually, no. I'll do something different. Okay. I'm going to activate the Tribal Warrior here.
Okay.
With the Captive. He can only move once. Mm-hmm. So he's going to move to here.
Captive may only be moved by 1 AP and no other means.
So then he's going to take a shot at the...
At the Spiderling?
Yep. Actually, I'm going to aim.
Oh, you take an aim shot. Okay.
Yeah, take an aim shot.
My defense is only a 6.
Okay, my assault is a 5. Aiming takes me to a 7, so 13 or less.
Yep.
11 hits.
I'm going to get a toxic token if I survive.
Yep. So it is power 4.
Oh, that's an activated token. If you want to throw, you've got all the toxic tokens.
How do they end up over here?
I wonder. All right, so you said power 5.
Power 5.
Power 5.
So, yep, power 5.
Power 5. My armor's only 10, so I'm looking at a 5.
Oh, sorry. No, power 4.
All right, so I need a 6. Not on a 19. You skewer my little spider in the face. Squelch. I think my spiderling, before that oath pourer starts clobbering me with your super scavenged self, the spiderling will go. The first action, if I've got 2 inches, I'm going to spike shower, but I don't think I do. So I think instead we will jump in first. So vaulting charge. Rawr. All right. Assault goes up to 8 with the vaulting charge. Defense on the oath pourer you said was a 6.
That's correct.
So you have 14.
Oh.
That is a 19. That is a big swing and a miss. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and spike shower.
Okay.
So that way I've got a blind counter on you in case I screw this up royally. And then my third, I don't get the vaulting charge, so now I need a 12. There's another 19. That spider does not feel like biting today at all. So that is that spider.
Okay, my final activation. Thankfully my oath pourer is still alive. She will just start
swinging on a spider.
Swinging on a spider with the pipe. Okay, assault is 6. She's blind, so her assault is 2.
Okay.
Against your spider's defense.
6.
6, so 8. She has 3 scavenge tokens, so that takes it up to 11. A 3 hits.
That's a 3, okay. The damage on this thing went up to what?
7.
7, all right. My spiderling has an armor of 12, so looking at a 5. Not on an 11. This adorable little spider has gone. The Arachni children of the Huntress are no more, leaving just behind the Drugiri element of this force.
Okay, my oath pourer is now going to move 6 inches in a strange direction. Yeah.
Oh, I sense objective taking.
Loses the blind token, but moves the wound with her. And that is my activation.
All right. All I've got left is the keeper.
Yep.
So she is just going to start going to town, stabbing you with her sickles.
Okay. He's taken 2 wounds already.
Yep. So let's actually, we're going to make it. First action, I'm going to do my barbed chain. Even though the victimize won't come into play, I could still knock you over and make you easier targets for everything else.
Okay.
So assault is 8. Your defense is 6. So I need a 14 to hit you. There's a 7. Power on it's only 6.
Okay.
But it is knocked down 10.
Okay, so power 6 against my armor of 20, 14 or less. 16
is actually irrelevant. I didn't need whether or not to knock you down because I clobbered you.
Yep, and that takes my final wound.
All right, so he's
Kane
out of hit points, leaving me with 2 actions. All right, I need that tape measure because I don't believe I'm going to be able to get close enough to do the Call to Darkness on you. So, because if I get to, I need to be 11 away. Nope, not quite. So we will go action and get ready to chase you down.
Okay. Okay, so that's the end of round 4.
Well,
did you score any secondary objectives?
No, unfortunately I did not.
Okay.
I'm going to clean your house next turn, so...
Yeah, that's not looking good for these guys, but... so I have the captive for another round, so that takes my 5 to a 7. And you know how I ran my Oath Pourer over there? Forward location.
Okay.
Which gives me another point. So that's taking an objective marker on your opponent's side of no man's land.
So that's going to score you another one. That puts you up to 8 to my 2. And the captive scenario ends when one player at the ends of the round with 8 primary victory points.
Well, primary or secondaries.
Primary or secondaries. So you have... even though the Huntress is slowly devouring you, and all your wounded stragglers are going to not make it off this board, you have actually won the scenario.
Yeah.
And that is important to say that you have won the scenario, but I think the Huntress has won the day.
You're saying I've lost the war?
I think
I've won the battle but lost the war.
I think with Benderin and Kane slowly being webbed up for later devouring, I believe the war has been lost. But unfortunately the scenario goes to you. Okay. So... Well, no, awesome game. Awesome game.
Very cool.
And yeah, so that's fantastic. All right. All right,
Okay.
so it was really cool. I hadn't used the Huntress Spider Force before. I definitely got to see a few new tricks with them. I dig the idea of a bunch of eight-legged death coming at you, and I still think that you should have been dead. I'm looking at this battlefield, and I have you. I have you in my snare, but you got the scenario.
Basically grabbing the captive first, keeping hold of her. Basically having to use Kane and Bendar and Dersh as speed bumps, really, for your big models, was the key there. Blind from that spike shower that's fierce.
It is.
Taking everybody within 2 inches, particularly something that's on an 80mm base, like the Huntress is. That's super fierce. Having that on the greater spiderlings as well means you can throw out a lot of blind. Toxic on top of that, when he wasn't able to parry.
It can be a model movement, and the ability to make sure that your opponents can't do all that damage back at you is key, especially when you're dealing with high defenses and relatively low armors.
Yep.
It was awesome. It was a great battle.
Very cool.
I can't wait to do it again sometime. Until next time, I'm Bryan.
I'm Dave.
We'll see you later.